Lee Haney is 8-time Mr. Olympia, my former training partner.
Oh. Danny, he's your age.
Yeah, he's my age.
Okay, that's what you said.
He's old like me. Last March when we had the show, we wanted to have a good presence there, which we did. I enjoy being out in the public and meeting people and being at shows.
Nice to meet you. Big fan, man. Love you guys to stop.
Thank you.
Is not making a comeback?
Yeah.
You are?
No, not for competing. My brand, but not me.
All right.
It is fun to be there and, you know, having people come up to you.
Can I have a picture with you?
Yeah, no problem. How you doing?
Good.
Good.
You look great.
Really, really good.
Give me hope. I just turned 51.
You look great.
Get ready to master.
Oh, beautiful. And then I have young kids that say, wow, I love looking at your videos of what you were when you were competing, and I want to look like you.
Man, you're one of my biggest inspirations. Same size. I love your posing. I had my legs crushed in a car accident, and I'm having a hell of a time getting them to catch up to my upper body.
High reps?
I do maybe like 15. Should I be going 20, 25?
You may want to go to 15 to 20, 25, 30. You do that for, like, say, a month, and then go heavy. 8, 10, 15. Showcase new products that are launching, you know, for that show. Well, it's a hydrolyzed protein with embedded enzyme technology.
That's awesome.
It gets poured, chocolate, then strawberry, then vanilla. This is really cool, the new Precision. This is a DHEA derivative.
Okay.
We modified it to act exactly like the original ATD.
Yeah.
It could be several new business contacts that you meet there. The stores that are selling my products, the big accounts like, you know, large websites, chain stores, international distributors.
Yeah, and I think I'm raising the numbers too, no?
I know, he said you did really well. You were told me I'm not gonna do as much, and he said, no, she did just as much, more.
I have a big company in Iran, and I'm 14 stores, supplement shop.
Is that sugar or no sugar?
No sugar, no sugar.
And very nice.
Some of these people have large businesses, and then they go around looking, you know, for different companies so that they can go to those companies to see what they have, and that's when you can build a relationship, you know, with new people. You're a distributor to sell to all the military.
Only Navy, Indian Navy, Air,
I love it.
Border Security, BSF, Technical Commandos, big sales.
Let's do it. When you're at a show, it is a marathon. You're not there to rest, you're there to work. She did good selling.
Yo, did you hear it? Oh, it was crazy. So I was like, I'll take a Halidron. She was like, well, how big do you want to get? Like, you know, I'm trying to put on some weight. She was like, we're going to do another one for you. So we ended up buying 2 Halidron Novadex.
You're like,
And I was like, all right.
I sell really well, so I always work the booth.
That person smells so bad that the dog smells so bad.
Rich, can I get a pic?
How come I don't have a fork?
yeah, they didn't get one.
I had this clean yesterday and now it looks like a bomb went off.
You get up early, you're going to meetings, you're going to the booth, you're going to dinner meetings. So a lot of times you are like running from the morning to the night. I need cufflinks. You know, do a cufflink.
Are you wearing a jacket?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
You can't wear the leather jacket over that.
Well, I'm not going to stay cold, so I'd rather be warm than be stylish.
When you say that I overpack,
I'll wear it if I'm cold. It's like 20 degrees. I'm going to wear this jacket. Ted's Montana Grill. You're good. I know you're good. You're independent.
Hi.
Hello.
How are you? You remember Monique Hester, Danny's wife?
Oh, how do you do?
Yeah,
how you
nice
been?
to see
So how you been, Danny? Good. I have a show on Generation Iron. That guy over there filming. I've been mic'd up all day, and you start saying things. I'm like, holy crap! I forgot what I had here. No, anything in the dark, I can't see nothing. I gotta use my phone, and she goes, you're old man. Naked Burger. Oh, congratulations! I know, congratulate, but congratulations again.
Congratulations on what?
I told you this at the room.
That's right. That's you. Oh,
That's him.
I didn't
You
realize it.
no, we were in the room, and I said we're gonna
I
see
know.
Danny
I
Hester.
understand.
She's killing it.
So maybe it's him or him.
Actually working hard.
Yeah, she's sold.
See you yesterday.
He's a little upset because he placed, he was a little off.
Great, so
He won last year, so sixth. He really trains, I think, too hard.
Sixth place check for $1,000 from Gold's Gym goes to Hidetada Yamagishi.
Last year's victor, Hide, 6th place.
Good job, Hide.
Great champion. Yes.
Lee Haney was my training partner back in the day. 8-time Mr. Olympia.
You came in second to him 3 times.
I came second to him 3 times
When I was born.
when you were born. My daughter's birthday is this Saturday. Really? 10 years old. 10.
Time fly, don't it?
It grows so fast. Like this show we were just talking about. I won this show 29 years ago.
29 years ago.
That's what I was saying. I was like, 29 years ago.
Yeah.
It just was like, went by like that quick.
Man, so now, Rich, I think you were the first
winner.
First, I thought so.
Yeah.
Y'all saw that shot of you jumping up in the air.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. So high.
being
I won that
airborne.
shit.
Yeah.
So that was a cool thing. I always tell people, I worked harder than anyone in the gym. I had the naysayers saying, I couldn't make it. I mean, you were there always pushing me. And your reinforcement, even call me like fat boy. That didn't bother me. That got me more like, you knew how to rile me up. You knew how to rile me up to make me train harder and harder where, some guys, they get like, I'm never going to do anything.
Out of all the training partners I've had over the years, you were the toughest, the most determined, and yet your genetic potential, potential is whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
But you wasn't blessed to have, like my mom was like 6 foot tall, 210 pounds.
Yeah.
My dad's like 5'11 and a half, 225.
Yeah.
You didn't have that.
No.
I know your mom and met your dad, both
Little
of them,
bit too little.
people, and yet you went beyond genetic potential and used the science of training, the science of nutrition, and overcame the odds and became the best in the world at what you do.
Well, I mean, when I got to California, I met you, and you were fairly lean. You were almost contest shape all year round. Mm-hmm. And then you say, this is the difference between an amateur and a pro. You're still an amateur.
Yeah, that was me.
It was a really great, experience with you, being your training partner. You coming to me, I think it was like I was in that Gold's Gym in Reseda.
Oh, yeah.
So I was managing the gym, and I guess you would train at certain times, because there was Berto Fox.
Yep, Berto Fox.
Corey Everson, Jeff Everson. Who else was in there?
Albert Beckles. Albert was there.
Hulk Hogan was there.
Hulk Hogan, yeah.
So there's a lot of good guys in there. I guess you saw me training, and you saw me training that, and I guess you saw something in me. You go, hey, I'm getting ready for Mr. Olympia. Be my training partner. And I'm like,
as I said, I've always appreciated your intensity. When you set your mind to do something, you did it I never will forget. I think we were in the mode of competition training. I think you were getting ready for the universe. I was getting ready for the
Olympia. This
second
was
Olympia.
Your first Olympia, you got third. This is going to be your second Olympia. You won.
And I won. And man, I remember us training for that deal, and I think we were doing bent laterals on the cable. You know, because we did a series of all that. And then I remember seeing you foam at the mouth. I mean, saliva flying everywhere with the, I was like, God, this guy really cranked, you know? I was, you know, and that was different. Coming from where you were from and where I'm from, man, it was like all or nothing.
I basically took a leave of absence of college to move to California, and my parents were like so upset. And I said, I'm going to go there. If I don't win in 1 year, I'm going to move back. Forget about bodybuilding. I'm going to, go to college or go work for my dad in construction. Don't worry. I said, give me 1 year. And they were, they were really extremely upset. So when I moved out there, I said, I gotta make this happen.
You gotta make it. You got no choice.
I can't let them down.
I went to my dad saying, okay, Dad, I'd rather get into bodybuilding than to try to pursue a scholarship by playing football. My heart was in bodybuilding. Yeah. And he said, son, can you make any money doing that stuff? What? I said, Dad, I don't know. But my mom, well, whatever you want, baby. You know how mothers are.
Yeah.
But I was able to get a basic education opportunity grant, which allowed me an opportunity to get my education, enroll in Swarbrick Methodist College, and then I could put all of my time into bodybuilding. And so I had to make it. Yeah. I had to make it. And and then with what you just said concerning your story, that's what elevated you to be the very best that you could be. Yeah. And you're still doing it in business and everything you do.
Keep pushing yourself.
You have to make it.
It's great after all these years. We're still, friends and talk to each other. And, a lot of times during my adversities, I talk to you, and you were always a word of positive reinforcement, saying, Rich, you got it.
One of the cool things is that we can use our success and share it with the next generation.
This guy, Robert Timms, first year at the Classic Olympia, he got sixth. He's like you, like this little waist,
nice paper, man.
Big arms, not my physique, because he's 6'2". But 6'2", yeah. I know he's going to do something, so I sponsored him. And now he's happy. He's a tall guy.
Yeah.
So he, like you said, if you're big, you don't do things on the floor.
Yeah.
And this guy, the same thing. I said, listen, you don't pose like I did.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of, you got to open up. You got this wide back.
Wow.
Like you, little waist. I said, you got to open up that back.
Yeah.
I said, I was mentioning you got to do the Lee Haney.
Yeah.
Boom. Boom.
That's it.
So I started showing him some poses. He's like, man, I never knew how to do all this stuff. I go, what do you guys learn?
I think, Rich, one of the problems is, I think posing now don't count as far as points. See, when we came along, there was a posing round. It was more theatrical.
Yeah. Here at the Arnold Classic, I think they count the posing round.
The posing round. That's great. Now, I agree that there's different body types. Okay? And it used to be all classic. That was the foundation. That is what you looked to be like and aspired to be like. That's what I looked. We had a criteria that had already been etched in stone. But over the years, that criteria got sort of lost.
And I couldn't get that heavy. If I got too heavy a weight, I looked blocky. And right away I get scored down. That would have been accepted
now.
But then I get scored down. I could only go to a weight of 215. The most I weighed was 220, and then I was blocky. So I had to go back down where you were like in 250, I couldn't be that heavy. I couldn't get today's bodybuilding I would have got to 250, but I would look
like a square, like what you see. But so I'm glad that they've now become wise enough to establish and bring back classic bodybuilding.
You have those lines. As long as you could do a vacuum.
A vacuum.
Yeah. Nobody does a vacuum. I mean,
they can't.
No.
Gut and butt.
Yeah.
It's gut and butt.
Now that I look back, of course I want to win Olympia, but that wasn't my, my destiny. Whatever it was.
That was my era.
It was your era. And you were, you had the Arnold era, Lee Haney era, the Ronnie Coleman era, but that was
the era, man.
Yeah, I was in that.
But
era.
I knew you was always hanging around. Nickname Rich the Inch.
Rich the Inch.
You never went away. You was always bothering me. Like a
Yeah.
You know, just itching, just an itch that wouldn't stop.
Where the other guys that went against you, they were like, nah, it was better.
Yeah.
It was this. People ask me, I said, this is better, what can I do?
Competing in the Olympia, if I would train with a lot of today's pros, I would bury them because I really would train really hard, really heavy. That's why someone like Lee Haney wanted to train with me, because I had that intensity that he never saw and passion to train, to build muscle. I have slowed down, but when you compare what I was like, I'm still doing very well against a lot of the top guys.
All right, bro.
Thank you, buddy.
Love you, man. Thank you.